The Detroit Lions made most of their monster moves during the NFL draft to go toward the secondary, and then we brought in a couple secondary players in free agency. For the defensive line, the only really big move was DJ Reader, and since then, it seems like we have been feeling kind of like with these potential players that could come in and maybe crack the 53-man roster or the practice squad, maybe some depth pieces, maybe some diamond in the roughs like a James Houston or a Malcolm Rodriguez. Coming from Aaron Wilson a little while ago, says undrafted defensive tackle Cam Peterson, a Kemper graduate, invited for a second minicamp workout with the Lions veterans after initial rookie minicamp tryout per league source, previously with the Ravens. Now I need you guys' help. All right, I am tapped into everything Detroit Lions, and it's very rare that something goes over my head, but Cam Patterson, I don't remember hearing his name or that he was invited to that initial rookie minicamp. There was a Cade Patterson, the cornerback from Grand Valley State, but Cameron Peterson, I don't remember that. So if you guys were aware of that, let me know in the comment section below. And the end of that tweet says he was previously with the Ravens. Now, I believe that he was undrafted in 2022 or in 2023. It wasn't this year. It was previous years. I can't remember which year it was, 2022 or 2023, but he was actually a UDFA of the Baltimore Ravens. And I was able to find, the first thing I do is try to look and see if I can find a player profile on these guys. And I was unable to find anything on him in the typical sites. But what I did find is something from basically Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if this is .com or what, but I was able to find just a small morsel of something about this individual here. Now you see here, it has him listed as defensive end, but Aaron Wilson says he is a defensive tackle. So maybe he can play both inside and out. That is not the right one. Here we go. Says the 6'5", 280-pound Peterson had a career high 16 tackles and 3.5 sacks in 2022. He is projected as a 3-4 NFL defensive end, a run stopper who is beginning to blossom as a pass rusher. So the Detroit Lions, pretty good against the run last year with the addition of DJ Reader and other players that they brought in on the defensive line. The run really shouldn't be an issue going into 2024. It was kind of that outside, that edge rushing position that might have been lacking. But the Detroit Lions in undrafted free agency, this is now the third player, I believe, multiple players that they brought in on that defensive line. And this individual here, now I'm very curious. Now he's from Southern University, which is an HBCU. So with, the last person we brought in from an HBCU, you guys are very excited about him, James the Problem Houston. So maybe this guy, after not quite making the Ravens roster, I don't believe he made the roster. I didn't see any stats recorded for last year or the year before that with the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe he can be kind of James Houston 2.0. It seems like that we got a lot of guys in that group. We've got Wingo, who is a 6th-round pick. So the likelihood of him making the roster is higher than a guy like this, per se, right? But then we bring in the two defensive ends, I believe they were, but they were on the defensive line in undrafted free agency. And I feel like there was we brought in the Pico guy, right? We brought him in. I believe he's a defensive tackle. Then we bring in this guy as well. But again, I don't remember him having an initial tryout. I would have to probably go to Pride of Detroit and see, but I don't have time to do that right now. So let me know if I missed his name before. I remember Cade Peterson, but not Cam Peterson. So that's going to be interesting to let me know. So what do you think of undrafted Cam Peterson? Let me see if because I don't like how big that is. All right, nope. All right, that was right the first time. Okay, so let me know. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think that any of these guys have the ability to make the NFL roster? I tell you what, man, the preseason is going to be interesting. This preseason is going to be very interesting because we got a lot of guys, like a lot of bubble guys. A lot of guys, don't forget, you have a 90, 91 man roster. Then you have the 53 on the the active roster, and then you have the 16 on the practice squad for a total of 69. So essentially only 21 individuals don't make the Detroit Lions roster in some capacity. So I think it's going to be a fight, man. It's going to be a slugfest for those 69 spots. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you know anything about Cam Peterson? And again, let me know if I missed his name, because I remember Cade. I don't remember Cam, though, but it could have just went over my head. It was quite a busy weekend for me, so maybe it just did. But this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well, on a push to get to 20.6, and maybe we'll get to 21K by the start of preseason. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.